Another week, another guest, another excuse to stay in your bed and listen to an hour of meaningless nonsense. Beans, as always, say hi to the people.
What's up? It's me, Beans.
It's Beans. Very very excited for this episode because every guest is special, obviously. But I'm really excited because I did want to, before we introduce our guests, talk to Beans about Godspell, which was a musical that just finished last night. But also wanted to talk to Beans about that because you're done with acting, Beans. I mean, as far as
Oh,
high school. Yeah, how does that feel? A little bit of a punch in the face.
yeah, it is a punch in the face. I really liked acting. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I'll miss it. I think I'll always miss it, especially if I never do it again. I'll think about it. Yeah.
How do you think because what y'all had shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How do you think those shows went? Like, how do you feel about how that went?
I think that they all went well so far as I can tell. I mean, you kind of just go out there and you're doing your own thing, and we don't have like any ability to see what's. We can hear some of the songs kind of backstage, but not really. So you can't really tell what's going on. So you kind of hear it from like the from other people talking, whether or not they think it went well or poorly. So all I know is that if you went to the 1 a.m. I mean 1 a.m. 1 p.m. on Saturday, that was a lot of the people didn't like performing that one just because the lighting was screwed up by the sunlight shining in. All the other ones were at night, so it was a lot more dynamic lighting, and that kind of helped us be more dramatic. But besides that, yeah, I think they all went pretty well.
Yeah, I think the shows went really well. I don't watch musicals, but it was really good. For the first time in my 4 years at high school, I finally got to see Beans act. It sucked too though because you didn't have much of a speaking role, but it was fun to see you
Yeah.
having fun. Zach, how did you feel about because Zach and I saw the production once opening night, and then Zach, you said you saw it again Friday. So how do you think that went?
Um, I don't know, both of them were great. Honestly, I was sad because there was no impromptu construction that needed to happen.
Yeah, opening night that was awesome. That made the entire show, man. That was great opening night material right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That he went out and tried to staple the thing together, but there weren't staples in the stapler. So we
Yeah.
someone else go out. Whew. Yeah. That surely wasn't stressful. I mean,
No, it looked like it was perfect. Like, thank God y'all had two construction workers. That that made for a great bit.
Yeah.
that's fair. Whew. Yeah, that must have given like AJ an aneurysm. Poor guy.
I definitely felt like he came up with that on the spot, or was that not Reynolds? We
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
No one knows. Were you on stage when that happened, or were you in backstage?
Yeah, I was on stage when the first construction worker went out there and tried to fix it, and I was like, "What is going on?"
I could see like a few people that were on stage that were just like trying hard to keep in character and not freak
Yeah.
out. That one piece of plastic wasn't stapled to a piece of wood or whatever. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Before, I guess probably should have done this before, but do you want to kind of explain what the musical was about to the people at home, Beans? Because I
Godspell.
eventually got it. I didn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Godspell's just a modern retelling of the Gospels, basically. Which confused a lot of people because I don't know, they didn't know that going in. So this guy just shows up and he's Jesus. Um, and he's just it's basically like they even tell the parables and they have people act out the parables. Um, and then they have the whole passion and death scene. And yeah, he was just like whoever wrote it, I don't know. He was just like, we're gonna write a musical so that we can get the Gospels to appeal to the youth. That's what we're gonna do. Modern. Look at that. And they did it.
Yeah, it did throw me off at first. I wasn't quite sure what Braden. Oh, for those that don't know, people in their school, the Blood Packet guy was the guy who played Jesus in Godspell. But at first, I had no clue who he was or what was going on, and then I was like, oh, okay. this makes sense. But he's wearing a white shirt and jeans, so I was like, I don't know, I don't know what this guy's supposed to be. Beans, you are a NASCAR driver, which seems very confusing out of context. And then, as my understanding, that Jared was Tom Hanks from the Polar Express. Very, very outstanding, compelling performance from Jared. He really nailed Tom's demeanor.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm thinking, like, what if we could have given a costume that also would have made him look like Uncanny Valley levels?
That would have been good.
Like a horror theater. Has anyone? I'm sure there's horror theater.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be kind of fun. That would be a thing. You should let AJ know. You'd be like, hey, let's do that next year, even though I won't be here. Let's do that next year.
Yeah, I'm sure that would fly. Nah.
So I'm curious, Beans. We will get to our guest in a minute. You know, our guest is super impatient, and he's a
fiery dude. You know,
he's a fiery dude. But I wanted to ask you, Beans, like, even though it's hard because it's like a lot of productions and they're really good, even if there's mess ups. What has been like your favorite production that you've done in the 4 years you've been here?
Almost Maine.
Almost Maine. I didn't see that, but that's the one. That's the one that I knew the most about, and I had heard that was really, really good because it was rather simplistic compared to other performances.
Yeah, I loved the fall plays. More like, all right. So Godspell has its own nice things, but it's also like, yeah, it's also insane. Like,
it was very.
That's my description.
Yeah.
Almost Maine knew exactly what it was doing. Excellent casting. And people just played really realistic characters really well, and so that was really cool to see. What else? So yeah, definitely, like, especially for story. Now, for the fall play this year, like, we had some insane acting. I feel like everyone just popping off, and it was nice to just be goofy for once. So yeah, I love them all for different reasons, except for Music Man. Nobody likes it.
No one likes Music Man?
No.
You heard it here first. Music Man sucked.
It was fine. It was like, but I don't know. It was just like, I just didn't like the, I don't know, Shapoopy or anything like that. Like, it's definitely like, crowd out by all the other giants in people's memory of, like, Guys and Dolls right before it and Godspell right after it, and, you know, all of these plays that people really liked better that were more grandiose. And Music Man just felt a little bit eh.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying goodbye to acting for now. Do you plan on doing any kind of theater in college? Do you want to do that?
I mean, so I do really love acting. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do theater in college. That seems like a big commitment. So probably not. But well, I would be talked into it if I had, like, friends in college that were like, "Yo, do theater." I'd probably get roped in.
That's really sad to hear because Beans was super into it on stage in Godspell. Beans was into it whether he was just sitting down or if he was doing a stupid dance. Beans seemed like he was really into that role of a NASCAR driver that never drove.
Dude, I was singing to my jacket before I, like, had to give it back because it was a rental. Mm-hmm. I was just like, I don't know. For me, it was, like, actually emotional. Like, it was the coolest piece of clothing I'll ever own.
It was a very cool costume. You were, like, the one person that I could tell, like, okay, he is a NASCAR driver. Everyone else like, had to figure it out for a little bit. But yeah, so it was a great production. Hands down to everyone who worked on it. Reynolds, you better do some sort of horror musical next year because we want to come watch that. But yeah, so transitioning from that, we will get into introducing our guest. You know, he is he's very impatient and wants to just get talking to us because, you know, he has places to go, he has people to see. Our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is a fellow senior, and what can I say about this? Beans, what can we say about this man?
You can say, like, everything about this man, you know? He's kind of just always there, and he's always like, whenever you like, there's something that like not everyone else gets, but then you look over that dude and you're like, yeah,
He gets
like
it.
he's in the know. He's in the know.
Brandon Prokop, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon, I don't know why I said Brandon. That was a weird. Let's talk about that, right? Prokop, say hi to the people, and then we'll talk about how I've literally never called you Brandon.
What's up, BeansTalk? Glad to be here. It's been like my dream for like a whole 2 weeks to be on a podcast.
Yeah.
Finally coming true.
Yeah, it's been a little bit in the makings to try to get him on here. But yeah, not sure why I called you Brandon, because no one calls you Brandon, at least as far as I could tell, and that's just I think because Prokop sticks. Have you when's the last time or do a lot more people than I think call you Brandon?
I mean, it's mostly been like a football thing, like people call me Prokop. I mean, you get like most of the teachers call me Brandon. I mean, some don't, but
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people call me Brandon, I guess.
I just anytime someone says it, like in English class, if I hear DePaul say like Brandon, it's very unsettling because I don't think I've said the name Brandon to him in like forever. Like it's like that thing with like everyone that had some sort of last name in football. Like Prokop said, it's a football thing. No one knew my first name for like half the season, and then they were like, "Oh, I didn't know your name was Jacob," and I was like, and then they just kept calling me by my last name. Yeah.
I remember in like Foster's class, we would always call each other last names, and he caught on to it too. He always called me Prokop.
Yeah, I mean, we kept calling him just Foster, and obviously that's a little easier as a teacher. But yeah, I don't know, the last name thing. I mean, Beans. That's a little different for you, I guess. You got stuck with a different nickname, but if you weren't called Beans, you think people would be calling you Appleton?
Maybe. Yeah, I kind of do like the last name thing. It's more iconic. I remember playing football back in like 5th grade, and the coaches would call me like Apple Butter and stuff like that.
Apple Butter?
Yeah.
No, what's apple butter?
Dude, apple butter's good.
Is that like actually like apples?
Yeah, it's basically like I mean, it's like if you had apple jelly, but it's a little thicker, but it's really good. But apple butter, that's an interesting one, Beans.
I gotta try this.
Yeah. Yeah, I have nicknames lined up, Beans was just one of them.
Beans was just one of them, and it's like the only one now. I mean, the other ones stand no chance. Literally, the amount of people... Like, I've caught myself accidentally calling you Ben, and I was like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, there are a few people who call me by Ben, or even Benjamin, but yeah, mostly Beans. Yeah. It's just survival of the fittest,
I'm curious, have your siblings or parents ever accidentally called you Beans, or is that even have you been called Beans regularly in your house?
It started, like, they call me Ben mostly, but, like, it started in my house, of course, Beans. So, like, they'll call me Beans. It's kind of interchangeable. Yeah.
Well, Prokop, I guess you want to tell the people who you are, not just your name. We just dwelled on the name, but I mean, like, what do you do? What are your interests? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Brandon. I go to St. Joe. I'm a senior. I played football for 4 years. That was cool. I like that a lot.
Interesting enough, Prokop's number was 19, and this is episode 19.
Whoa!
At least it was 19, but didn't it change this year or last year? What didn't it have to change?
Yeah, they took my number away from me because they didn't order any numbers that ended in 9. So
yeah, there were like no 9s. The entire what did you end up being, like
33?
33, yeah. It was very strange. There were no 9s this year.
What? Why?
Except there were some. But
what did they have against 9?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's a bad year to be 19, I guess. You didn't want to, because people kept calling them COVID. I mean, so, yeah. So Prokop is known for being a rather quiet dude, as we've so sarcastically explained. But do you think you're quiet, Prokop? Because I wanted to bring that up, because you're not really, but it's turned into a joke to where people just assume you are. But do you think you're, like, ridiculously quiet? Because, you hear the jokes. You hear the, like, this man never talks ever and knows everything about you or something. But How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I definitely don't disagree. Like, I know I'm pretty fine, but I mean, everyone has their moments where they can show a little emotion. I guess talk.
Mm.
I guess that's just me.
Yeah, Prokop is a nightmare to bring on the podcast. I was really timid to do this. I hope you don't just leave us hanging. The guest is supposed to talk a lot, man.
Yeah, I was kind of scared coming on because I was like, oh no, what would we do if that happened?
We'll probably just roll with it. We probably would just laugh it off, and then have a bunch of dead air. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep laughing until something happens.
Ha,
There we go.
there it is. We just keep laughing until someone.
Another hour, guys.
We call this the laughing episode.
Yeah.
All right. No. All right.
What have I done? I'm sorry.
I guess this this feeds great into the next topic I wanted to bring up, which is how's the weather outside?
What?
How's the weather?
It's pretty good. It's rainy. People are always like, "Ew, wet weather," but it's fine. It's kind of
Wet weather can be nice. The weather. The only reason I want to talk about the weather is because I actually was thinking about this a few weeks ago about I was thinking I imagine if dead silence happens in an episode, Beans would be just awkward and be like, "So, how about this weather?" Why is that a thing? Why? That's such a gag in any kind of conversation where someone jokingly says that. But why is the weather such a go-to for something like that?
I think that it's A, unchangeable, and B, universal. We all experience the weather, so we can all relate when somebody brings it up. And we don't have to have super strong opinions that we get mad at people for. Like, oh, I like it when it rains. Well, I disagree, but you know what? That's fine.
There's nothing changing that. You can't just be like, "Hey, well, I don't care if you don't like it. I'm gonna make it rain all the time."
Hypothetical. We go to the polls and we vote on whether or not it rains. Like how many days it rains each year.
Oh.
Now how's the weather? Is that like a serious topic? Like
now that would turn it into something different. I mean, I imagine it's so stupid, but I imagine something that stupid people would get angry. Like, did you vote for rain? I can't believe you voted for rain. My daughter has a wedding on this day. I can't believe you voted for rain.
Dude. Yeah, and then you'd have all these farmers our crops are dying, we need rain. But then everyone else would be like, we like sun. And then
yeah, it would cause. You know what? The weather can stay how it is. I don't want to control the weather. I don't want to do that. That's going to cause way too much argument in such short a time.
Can we just talk about Indiana weather though? It's crazy. It could just be the middle of summer, beautiful day, and then the next day it just starts hailing out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, it's in my. I don't know how long I've lived here, but in my something years here, I'm astonished by your weather. At least in Texas, it's boring. At least it's just hot all the time. I mean, and every once in a while we got an inch of snow. But yeah, your weather here is crazy. In terms of just how much it changes its mind, and especially when it changes its mind. It felt great a week ago, and now isn't it 30 right now? And it's kind of wet?
No,
might be.
It's a solid temperature.
It was cold yesterday, I think. At least I think it was. But a few days ago, it was not freezing. I've obviously adjusted to the temperature, but if I lived in Texas, whatever yesterday would have been just absolutely freezing.
Yeah, nah. So, yeah. I mean, it still feels like solid spring so far. I expected it to be colder, to be honest. It's pretty warm right now.
Yeah. The amount of planning not planning, but in terms of what I wear, I didn't have to do any kind of planning or thinking about what I wore in Texas. I just had to go outside and made sure it wasn't a black shirt, so I didn't just completely die in the heat. Now I have to decide, am I going to wear a long sleeve shirt, or am I going to wear a short sleeve with a sweatshirt, or what's going to fit best? It's not fun. I don't know how y'all did it all your lives.
Oh, dude, now you have options, dude. Now you have to, like, now fashion changes with the weather. Now your summer vibes look different than your winter vibes, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
this is the life. Midwest life is the best life.
Yes, you guys are living crazy here in Indiana. It's a crazy time in Indiana. Y'all are such party animals.
Oh, dude, the party state.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that's
IU
definitely
like?
Indiana, you know.
Dude, we're the crossroads of America. It's where everyone
Yeah.
comes. It's where everyone comes
Crossroads
to
of the
leave.
party.
Indiana, where everyone comes to leave somewhere else.
That's true.
There's some good things about Indiana, though. I was kind of talking about this yesterday with my family. I was like, I will say, well, this isn't a good thing. I was gonna say like I remember a lot. There was like a lot more to do. I felt like in Texas in terms of places to go and things to do. But that may also be because I live in South Bend and I've just been stuck in South Bend when I've been in Indiana. I haven't really been doing anything in Indiana. Like, do y'all think you're exciting? There's cool places to go.
No.
I mean, yeah, I agree too, but I think the thing with that is like it's cool to like get to go to other places because Indiana is so boring. Like, because if you lived in like Florida or somewhere exciting, like I don't know, like you're just around it all the time, it might not be as special to like go somewhere, you know?
Yeah, we all get to vacation in Michigan all the time, but we don't have to like deal with that much snow.
Yeah, yeah. The amount of the snow. I remember like first day I moved here. There was like no snow on the ground, and it was like 2 days after Christmas, and we pulled up to the rental house that we were living in, and we were like, it's not even snowing. And then I woke up the next day, and we couldn't leave the house. Like it that quick, man. Like your weather does that like that quick, but yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun
Yeah.
time living here.
Yeah, it's a fun place, you know. Yeah, what? Indiana, like, people say Indiana basketball. That's what I've been doing all this time. Maybe I should stop. But, like, making fun of how people think Indiana's a basketball state when we're literally not.
You don't think we are?
Are we? Why would
I mean,
we be a basketball state?
Like maybe not as much now. Like we used to be a lot better, but
Yeah, I think.
Just, like, literally one guy named Bobby Knight made us call it a basketball state.
Like, I think the biggest thing is not people saying that Indiana's a basketball state. It's just people are saying that Indiana can't be anything else but a basketball state. Like, I can't think of any other sport that.
Indy 500 is the only
Now
other.
that I guess you could say you're a NASCAR state, but then that's also wrong because the people that enjoy NASCAR don't live in Indiana.
Yeah, that's true.
The people that really enjoy NASCAR do not live here. They commute to go to the Indy 500.
Indiana is kind of a divided state. Like, southern Indiana is not like northern Indiana. I don't know where the cutoff is, but it's
How so?
somewhere. Like, I don't know, but like we've got like I feel like we're just more industrial and stuff, you know. We got like South Bend, which is kind of like a big city, despite being a little bit like small, and Fort Wayne and stuff. And then down south, you got like Evansville and stuff. And it just, I don't know, it feels different to me. It feels more like rural and southern down there, whereas we're like Chicago influenced and really urban.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know much about it because I haven't. I mean, in being in Indiana a long time, not a long time, but I mean it's a decent amount of time. But we haven't really like explored Indiana, which we've been discouraged to because we've heard that there's not much to explore except for like Indianapolis, and obviously we've been to Chicago and tried that amazing pizza. That it's definitely worth it. Have you guys have been to Chicago,
Deep
obviously,
dish,
right?
yeah.
I assume.
Oh yeah, I want to see. Are there people in South Bend who haven't been to Chicago? I don't think there
know.
are many. Like,
There's got to be some. There's obviously got to be some.
yeah, but it's. I bet it's like a minority and like a pretty small minority.
Yeah.
Did I say minority? It's minority. Jeez, Alfie.
Yeah, you said what a weird.
Minority kind of slaps though. Come
Minority
on.
does feel a little. It's one of the very
It's a little more educated, you know.
pronunciations of words can be really tricky because some people think you're just weird for saying certain things. Like like when you know how like last episode we were talking about how like y'all call it pop, but you know we call it Coke, and then there's like in the middle there's like soda, but like if the few times I've heard people say soda here in Indiana, you guys say like soda, like you say
Oh, you're
it,
hearing Canadians then. You're
or
hearing some like
Yeah, I don't
Midwest.
know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I don't say soda, but if you're hearing
well no
that,
yeah
that's like Canadian accent.
y'all don't say soda, but like
Soda.
yeah, so yeah, when you say it like that, it sounds like there's different things. Like special, and I had this argument in AP Gov the other day, and I don't care what you say because anyone who says it like this is wrong. Reese's peanut butter cups. It is Reese's. It is not Reese's. I'm really sorry to anyone
Reese's.
that says.
I say Reese's.
All right. So I agree with you, but like I can see like why people would say that because like Reese's Pieces or like could say like pieces.
It doesn't rhyme.
I
Reese's
don't know.
Pieces,
Yeah,
not Reese's
never
Pieces.
mind. I thought I had something. You know?
No, man. Plus, I also
It,
you know
it's
you
Reese's, whatever.
if you look at the actual like package, it says Reese apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Oh, that does make sense. Reese's.
Whoever Reese is, it's theirs.
Reese's
It's
Puffs.
Reese's.
Yo,
yeah.
who is Reese?
Who's Reese, man?
I'm gonna find Reese, dude.
Whoever Reese is knew what they were doing and knew that they would just divide America in how you say Reese's or Reese's.
Yo, Reese, where you at?
Yeah. Why is it called Reese's? No, but seriously, that was the argument I was having in AP Gov, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever been a part of, and I'm glad that I was part of it because I made my point and I made all of these stupid Hoosiers feel dumb.
That's fair. Dang, I be feeling like a stupid Hoosier now.
I mean, I don't know how it got to that.
Yeah,
I
what
don't-
happened? What did we do?
I don't. Maybe you just didn't see the apostrophe. Honestly, I didn't see the apostrophe for the longest time either. I just called it Reese's because that's what people called it. But
Yeah, it's kind of like somehow the physical word. Like, if you ask me how to spell it, I don't know if I could, because it's just like you just see the orange box and that's it.
you just see the orange box and some yellow writing, and then you eat the eggs because the eggs are the best one.
The eggs.
Yeah, you know the
Peanut butter, like the candy.
yeah the
Oh.
can but like the eggs, the ones that are like the the ones,
Yeah.
the ones
I
that
thought
melt
you
in
were
your
talking
mouth.
about, like, actual eggs. I was like, what?
No, the superior Reese's peanut butter cup product, the chocolate eggs. Those are
All right.
yeah, those are really good. I don't know why they're so good. I'm addicted to them. I'm afraid if I get them when Easter comes around, I'm gonna get fat.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a weird relationship with eating candy. Some years I'll just be like, screw it, and I'll just like only eat like two little bars of candy, and then I'll like end up saving my candy for like months. And then some years I'll just be like really hungry that day, I guess, and I'll eat a ton of candy. So it varies, I guess.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it just popped up in my head because we didn't get a chance to talk about it in the previous episode, obviously because it was a continuation of something else, and then we recorded earlier. But Beans, I wanted to ask you real quick about your song that finally came to light.
You made a song?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So it's we've linked his song for already, I think, 2 episodes, but we didn't ever get a chance to talk about it. I think just because I maybe forgot about it, and it's really late. But he's kind of talked about it, I think, on the podcast when he was just conceptualizing the idea. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, Beans, you got a song.
I got a song. It's called "Grease Stain on My Favorite Shirt." It's on Bandcamp. Maybe we'll link it.
We've linked it multiple
We've linked
times.
it multiple times. We're just
Can
gonna
we
keep
play a
on
little
linking
bit,
my
like
band.
right now?
You want to hear some?
Yeah, sure.
Beans, pull it up real quick. Well,
Pull it up for the listeners.
I can't even pull it up on this computer. I have to find my phone. Oh, it's in my pocket. Wow. Alright, you're gonna get the
It's
worst audio quality available. Just for
no, yeah, we're gonna try really hard to be quiet here. In fact, we'll try to mute ourselves so that we can even just hear it because it's really good. It was actually better. I thought it was just gonna be like a joke. It's actually not bad. And if you've clicked on the link before already, ladies and gentlemen, you've already heard this, but it's really it's the music of our generation.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's just a song.
It's simplistic. It's nice. It kind of makes you feel good. Here,
Alright, I gotta pull it up.
we'll listen to a little bit right now.
I don't know if it makes you feel good.
I need this beat for my anatomy group. Thought this beat was perfect. They said it used some work. They changed it like grease stain on my favorite shirt. I wanted it to go hard instead of go mellow. Trust friends, I'll go out like Othello. Close my eyes, in my head I'm bagging groceries. But what good are all these if onlys? I know that it's a privilege to be paid to work. Bad jobs like a grease stain on my favorite shirt. For some it's been weeks, for some it's been years. The faces cloud my view, but they never really did.
Dude, that's so. It's so like when I listened to it and Beans sent or he posted it on his story, I was like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be, but it's also everything I expected it to be.
That was great. How have I not heard this before?
Yeah, you gotta.
I guess I've been really
Straight
bad at
bars.
I guess I've been bad at marketing it.
Yeah, when Beans makes something anything, he's just bad at spreading the word. He just lets people know, like one person. He's like, "Hey, you can listen to it if you want." I don't know.
Yeah, I
You
put it
can-
on my Snapchat story and then I gave up.
And then you gave up. It's gonna, dude. You're gonna get a record deal for it, man. It's.
Oh, dude. I wish.
I told Beans, I was like, dude, you gotta like get this to everyone and maybe like, or I didn't tell him this, but Beans, you should like hack the announcements and just like get it on the PA, man.
Remember they did what was it? They did a Genius lyrics because like Evan Durham. Yeah.
No, yeah,
I think-
Yeah.
they did a Genius. Okay, well, guess we're doing a Genius lyrics, guys.
Although that song that I just made was pretty straightforward. Well, to be honest,
Not
when they do a
really.
Genius lyrics. When they do a Genius lyrics, it's always for like the dumbest songs.
Yeah, some of them are really good. Some of them actually like mean something. But
Yeah.
then they do like the Floss Kid, and I crumble and
Why? Why don't you like if you're gonna do Genius lyrics, do it something interesting. Get
yeah.
like Lupe Fiasco on there. What's going on?
Yeah, Genius is that. I remember like what you're talking about. I can't remember exactly what the song was, and I don't remember much of who really did it. But I remember when they did that, and like half the people in my class were like, "Oh, this is so cool," and then the other half was like, "Wow, they're really grabbing for some attention here."
Yeah. I think that. Yeah, it was a conflicted one
Yeah,
there, which I feel bad for Evan.
because it wasn't bad. It was just
It wasn't a terrible song. Yeah. But also, yeah, it wasn't like, next level lyrics that were that you could really dive into. He basically gave the Genius like, oh yeah, I mean exactly what I said.
yeah. It's no grease stain. It wasn't grease stain, man. Bro, grease stain's got some. Go listen to it if you have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. It's got some heavy hitting stuff. It really hits you where it matters.
I could do my Genius right here. It's just like that song's just about like the bad way we deal with our problems sometimes. Like I don't know. Like when with the whole sharpieing on the shirt, like we'll mess everything up just to pretend like this was all on purpose.
No, that, and I like the cover too that you have there. That's a nice. It really alludes to that. But yeah, if you guys have a chance, go take a listen to that song. It's really it's some next gen stuff, man.
Yeah. Also, Zach knows this. Gabe Klosky made a song. Shout out him. I think he made the beat. I mean, I made the beat for my song, but his beat's way cooler. And so, yeah, I didn't know that he can make stuff like that. A lot of people at St. Joe.
Yeah, a lot of people make music, but the problem is, it's like people make the music, and it's probably really decent, but like people feel like embarrassed to bring it up, and Beans is a different story. Beans is ashamed of nothing, but with different people, it's like. I mean, it's genuine terror. Even if it's good music, it's like they'll be like, "But what if people are like, this is absolute trash?" Just let people know you make music. If they don't like it, we'll probably like it. So come over here and talk about that song.
Yeah, y'all remember Prokop?
Oh, he made a song?
He made so he produced some songs. So Isaac Romans made like raps, and I remember that song was produced by Prokop. I don't know if he produced for other people too, but his production was pretty sweet actually.
So did you put all that together? Were you the sole producer,
Yeah.
writer of Grease
Obvious-
Stain?
I was the sole producer writer, and I gave direction for what Sam Frascetti said at the end, but I
yeah.
didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
that-
specifically tell him to say those words.
That gave it some flavor at the end. That was some nice stuff.
Yeah, that's a good outro.
Yeah,
TJ Weber, if I can quote him, said it was the best outro to any song he'd ever heard.
No, yeah, that's the best ending to any song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and y'all didn't get the ending yet, so that's why you gotta listen.
Yeah, you got to go listen. We're not going to let you hear it. Prokop, as soon as you leave here, you got to go take a listen to that. I've only thought to make one song in my life, and it was the biggest flop of our generation.
Oh, what'd you make? I didn't know you.
I didn't make anything, but when that whole fiasco with Bell Ringer, where I kept trying.
Oh.
What a horrible time that was for a lot of people.
That would have been such a great song, dude. We could
I
make
honestly-
Bell Ringer.
I honestly think that could have been all right, except I felt like Foster might not have been totally with it, even if he decided to do it. I felt like he would have not been in it with the lyrics. Like he would have been holding back a little bit because he's like, yeah, I'm a teacher, but I'm still a little cool. I'm still kind of cool. I don't want to completely ruin everything because some snotty sophomore
Holy smokes!
to make a stupid song about.
You have any idea how many people you just roasted? Like,
What are we talking about?
everyone is a teacher. Like, yeah, I'm a teacher, but I'm still.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
That's so mean.
but it just goes with a stupid stereotype. There's a lot of cool teachers, but it also sounds like something that Foster would say. It sounds like Foster would say, I'm still a little cool. Like he would say something like that, because everyone knows
That is
Foster's
something you would say.
one of the few teachers that was because he was. I think it was just because he was young, and that's hard to say because younger teachers can relate to students easier just because they're closer to them. But there's still some cool teachers at St. Joe in their own way. But every person's got their own lame quirk. Every person in the world. So if you're a teacher, I apologize, but there's something in you. There's something in Beans too. There's something in me. We don't know if there's anything in Prokop yet. We're still trying to figure out if he has emotions. We're still trying to figure out if there's anything inside of that man. But other than him, everyone's got something in them that's just a little cringy, and we all get to laugh at that.
Yeah.
So
That was a beautiful reflection, actually.
yeah, it was a nice. So yeah, go listen to Grease Stain. Really good song. So I wanted to talk about this for a while, just because I didn't really care what guests we were talking about this with, but I really wanted to talk about ghosts. And it's really fun that Prokop's here, just because I want to see what his outtake. I just want to see what's our view on ghosts. I don't even know. First of all, there's the obvious question: is do you think ghosts are real? Nah. What about you, Prokop?
No, I mean, I think all those stories are fun to read and stuff, and whoa, is it real? But I don't care. Whatever, they're not real.
Yeah. What do you think, Zach? What's your ghost?
Yeah, how do you feel about ghosts?
Well, Prokop just made me think about those in grade school. They had those they had the spooky books. Do you remember them, Beans? It was just compilation of scary stories. They always had some freaky demon thing on the front.
Was this Goosebumps?
No, it wasn't Goosebumps. It was scary stories to tell in the dark or something.
Oh yeah, they made a movie about that.
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
Oh.
Did you?
No, I know what you're talking about, Zach. I never read it, but I know. What you're talking
me neither. Just because it was too scary for me, man.
Yeah, I mean the closest I've come is the JonTron videos.
Nice.
It is fun to watch. It's fun to watch some of those though. Even though this is all fake, because it's a nice story. I mean, it's not nice. Sometimes
Sometimes the story is just not there at all.
No, yeah, sometimes you're I didn't believe in ghosts still, but now that the story's awful, I really don't believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a story can get people to believe in ghosts, which is really sad, because that means that something so paranormal and possibly powerful can just be changed. with like, oh, he killed a little girl, but she's really alive. I don't know, but I wanted to see like have you talked? Have you guys talked to anyone that ever had like a supposed encounter with a ghost? Because
Well,
talking to
so I was at like practice, not practice, rehearsal. Miss Beeson gets mad when we call it practice. And these people were like, there are ghosts in my house. I hear it creaking. And then I was like, no, there's a scientific reason why your house creaks. It's because it gets colder and then it shrinks.
Yeah.
And that's why it creaks at night. And then they were like, no, the ghosts are real. And like a majority of people at rehearsal believed in ghosts. And I was like having a mental breakdown. And then later that same person was like, all right, I don't believe in ghosts anymore. So I don't know what happened.
Is that easy to convince them?
I don't know, because it was like, it was a minute, it was a while later. I don't know if it was like the next practice or next rehearsal or something. But they, yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess, maybe they did listen to me, but they just didn't want to like fully like adjust their thinking.
So
Yeah.
I've never met Miss Beeson, but I can just imagine her just like shuddering. Like he's saying practice, she's like, something's wrong.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, she was the type of person where like we'd have curtain call and everyone would clap for each other in the cast. And she was like, "Nah, we're a company. We put on this production. We don't clap for each other." All right. And so yeah, she's all about doing it right, which is something you gotta respect. And so
I respect
yeah.
that.
Beans, I'm curious. Did you end up coming up with a dance move for the end of the? You really wanted to come up with one, but you couldn't come up with one opening night.
So I did at least do one dance move. I didn't come up with it, but it was I knew I had to get some of my friends in there, and these were the type of people that wouldn't usually dance, and so I was like, all right, just do this. The whole it's the pizza time thing from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so that got him really hyped.
Yeah. You went the whole Spider-Man 3 route. Nice, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh man, I was really hoping opening night. I was like, oh, he's not gonna dance, man. I was really hoping like either you or Manny was gonna do something, but then Quinn came out and killed it, so that was nice.
Yeah, Quinn can kill. I can't I don't have like a dance that I can go to. Maybe I should start learning dances. I don't know.
Yeah,
I almost said I can't dance, but I just performed and danced in front of a ton of people. So
that's the next move for Beans. He's done acting. He's gonna start dancing.
Yeah, professional dancer.
Professional dancer.
There you go.
Dude, people who professionally dance, like, I applaud them. I applaud them because I wish I could do that, but then also I'm glad I'm out of that circle because I'm like, yeah, but I'm okay still not dancing. But people who can actually dance, people think they're not cool. If they could do that, it's pretty cool. They can, like, I don't know, bust some moves.
I mean, there's crazy, like, dances that they do on those shows, like, I don't know the names, but like those dancing shows? Like,
yeah, the dancing shows.
Like, they always have crazy dances, like, how do you even do that?
Yeah, those are some athletes, man. Those people that can actually do all that stuff, like, that requires a lot of training. I mean, I apparently have the ballet vibe according to Marie, but I don't do ballet. That's not something I'm ever gonna do.
Wait, you have a ballet vibe?
No, yeah, he does.
Some time ago, I don't. But it stuck with me because it really confused me. Marie was like, "You got that ballet vibe," and I was like, "No, but okay." I didn't get it, man. I didn't know what she meant.
You have a vibe of someone who would do ballet.
Why? I'm a clunky tight end, man. I don't
know. It's almost just in like your appearance. Like you just,
My appearance? What?
Yeah.
Why
I don't know. You're athletic. I mean, that's part of it. So that's a good thing. But yeah, ballet. It's cool. Look at how hardcore they are. Look at how they are on their toes until they're bleeding.
Until they're bleeding.
Their toes, maybe sometimes. Though I don't even know. They're insane. Yeah. Enough about my obsession with ballet dancers and how hardcore they are. All right. I was thinking of something. Hold up.
Oh.
I got distracted because I thought I heard you say valet vibe, and I was like, "Well, you also have a valet vibe."
No, you see,
I don't want to point it out.
The thing was, I did say that, and
Oh my god!
I didn't mean to, and I was just gonna shut up. And I was like, we're just gonna move on with the episode, and no one's ever gonna know
I'm just
about
gonna
that.
hope no one noticed, but
No,
everyone did.
I feel like I feel like I got a valet vibe though because I like dressing up in suits, but I don't want to take people's keys.
But to drive like all these fancy cars and
Yeah,
stuff.
that is
Yeah.
true. I do like nice cars, so I would yeah, Zach, I don't know how to spell valet either. I have no clue. He's trying to write it down in the notes, and I have no clue how to spell it either.
Dude, I feel so called out right now. Oh my god.
Wait, dude, how do you spell valet?
How are you guys trying to spell
Is
it?
that not how you spell it, Zach? You
I thought
spell
that's
it.
how you spelled it.
Is it just one L? Is it one L?
Oh, it might be.
It's one L. Okay.
Alright,
There
let's
it is.
go.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to spell valet either. I don't care.
Alright.
Well, we're at that awkward moment in the episode where we
Yeah,
didn't plan
laugh
ahead.
the next
Yeah,
minute.
just start laughing.
Start.
That was a good joke right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks, man. There you go. Beans just you know what's weird? Beans got like everyone's got their fake laugh, but you can tell when Beans turns his laugh on because it's like you can't hear it because it cuts out of the audio on the Zoom call. Like he just cuts out. It's like when you're trying to say something really fast on like Discord and all of a sudden it's just chopping up. Like that's a real Beans laugh.
Yeah. I don't know, I have an iconic laugh. We also, like, sometimes we got the nervous shoulder laugh that my brother and I do. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Also, my friend Sam Frichetti's been making fun of me for like laughing. Like, he's been going laughing like this. He just, like, moves his head up and
You do, but you do that. Like your head goes like you move a lot, like when you laugh, and also like you don't finish sentences when you laugh.
Yeah.
You'll just be talking.
Yeah. Well, that's half the time. It's because like I'm like, dang, should I even finish this sentence? I don't know.
Yeah, no, because sometimes it's just something that you're saying. You're like, I shouldn't say this, and then you just try to turn it on with a. Like it feels like you're trying to talk, and then someone turns the shower on. Like that's what it's like.
Yeah.
Because he just goes yes.
We should next time I do that. You should make a little shower handle.
I'm gonna do that next time I see you and you start laughing. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just getting roasted today.
Yeah, man, I'm in the mood.
In a stone cold mood. All right.
That'd be a fun thing to do for an episode. We bring someone on to roast both of us. That'd be kind of fun. Like who's someone in the school that, like would definitely do that? That would like come on just to roast us for a joke. Better be careful here.
I know.
You could really hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah, like, I mean, of course Kyle would like do it pretty well.
Yeah, I think Kyle would have fun with that probably.
Yeah.
Because Kyle's got like a monotone kind of thing where he can do that and just act serious, but say something like that just destroys a man.
Yeah. What was it? I think AJ said that Kyle is both savage and kind in the strangest way. Like,
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
Man, it's weird to think that the Kyle Tupper era for St. Joe's is gonna be coming to an end soon. He's on his last sport, man.
He's also like the handyman. Like, have I talked about this? Like, Mrs. Gurgley will just be like, "Can you do this for me?" And he'll be like, "Okay." And then AJ will be like, "Can you design me a logo?" And he'll be like, "Okay."
Yeah. Oh, he designed that?
The drama club one. Yeah, the new.
Oh, the drama club. Oh, yeah, that's a nice logo. Yeah. Kyle will do a bunch of things. Kyle's now but he's like a quadruple threat now, obviously. You've been watching the streams? I don't watch streams, but I try to watch it just to support Kyle, and it's.
I haven't been. I might be a bad friend.
Kyle streams? I gotta catch this.
Yeah, Kyle streams, man. We link it every episode, so I'm sure anyone that's been watching. Yes, Beans knows about 5% of what's going on at BeansTalk. And that 5% is when
I
we
show up
actually
to-
record.
He's
I show up
50%
to
of the
school.
name, but 5%.
Yeah.
I show up to school and they're just like, Amelia's got a BeansTalk sticker. And I'm like, what's going on? Why don't I have a BeansTalk sticker?
I gave you one, man,
Yeah, but that was later in the day.
because I didn't see you until like I got it that day, and people were like, "Hey, can I have one?" And yeah, that's got to be. We gotta try to like start talking to more people about it. We're gonna have we got to get like on the announcements or something.
Yeah, like what we got to do is have Bella Serator is a master at advertising.
Yeah, we got to get her to advertise
She's
BeansTalk.
because it's all about like it's beyond any other advertising I've seen because it's all about the memeing, like the making it a meme and an advertisement in the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like you remember how not just remember, but to this day we all say fruit and milk about the lunches because Cooper Hartline was like fruit and milk.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like he had that flow. But like he was just doing it for the love of memeing. But Bella's like, I'm also gonna sell you something while I make this meme.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gotta
There's a bunch of like iconic things from news and broadcasting in the past. There's been some, like the first thing I thought it was like Manny made it this year. His "Stay Lovely" St. Joe. That's
yeah.
that's gonna ring true for a long time. But there's a lot of like funny gags and goofs from past news and broadcasting teams that made the day a little better.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever we talk about news and broadcasting, I think of the one scene from Spider-Man. The what was it? Spider-Man: Homecoming, where they have
Oh, Spider-Man: The Far From Home, when they do
Yeah.
it felt like when I saw that, I felt like they were taking a direct shot at us. I was like, "Are you making fun of our school?" Like they were doing that just to make fun of how all school announcements, and that's what it was. But it was really funny, like where you put
Yeah,
just
that
like a stock photo on the front of the That was
It caught me so off guard. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I was like, this is because the very beginning of it, you're like, why isn't it starting with the usual music? And then it plays "I Will Always Love You," and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah. Genius.
Genius lyrics.
Genius lyrics. There we go.
Yeah, it all comes around.
Announcements.
It all comes back. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Prokop, your energy is just cursing this podcast. I feel like I have nothing to talk about.
This is so mean. Stop being so mean to my guests.
I'm gonna be mean to him, man.
I dropped something.
Jacob's just like in a roasting mood today. He's roasting everyone.
I'm just in that kind of, you know what, who cares right now.
He's on edge. Why would we need to bring on someone to roast us, Scola? It's just you.
Yeah, but I can't roast myself, man. I mean, I can, but that would be a little... Trying to ask people to roast themselves sometimes just either turns into an ego boost or it's really depressing because they're super accurate, and it's like, oh man, are you okay?
I mean, I did say you looked like Tintin that one time. I kind of destroyed you. So
that was a horrible day because I just kept looking at my hair there.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's not anymore. I'm getting my hair cut soon though, so we'll be back there.
Again? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised your hair's like grown quite a bit.
My hair grows fast. Like if I let it, like during quarantine, I had a lot of hair. Like my football picture looks like a different person because I didn't cut my hair while we took those pictures, and it was really trippy to see that because I have a lot of hair. It looks like a lion. Like I can. I'm not like Bean style length, but I think I could definitely get there if I let it.
Yeah, I do like the lion vibe of having long hair. You're like, I got a mane, dog. I'm leader
I got a
of the pack.
mane. Don't mess with me. You're like, don't mess with me, man. I'm a lion. Beans, I've asked you this before, but how do you feel about cutting your hair?
Maybe someday.
Oh, really? I thought you were just gonna not do it ever. Like you could just stick with a man bun for the rest of your life.
Well, yeah, someday I'm gonna cut it because I don't want to have like super long hair. But I thought you meant like cut it short. Cut it short, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably not happening ever. It's just really weird to think like back. There used to be a short hair Beans, and it was like he was a different person. Like I was watching, he was man. Like I was watching. I was only Erwin, Lou, and Benjamin Appleton will understand this, but I was watching Tello the other day.
Wait,
I was,
what?
Oh my gosh, that was short hair Beans.
not super short. It was shorter than this, I think.
Yeah.
Do you remember the English project we had to do, guys? When Miss Hill was here, and you had to do like a film about Othello. We did like a mob boss kind of style thing.
Literally the only style that Jacob and I know how to do.
That's all we do. Like I don't know why. It's because Beans just acts like that sometimes.
Because yeah, that's half my life. Whenever I am like, guys, let's do improv, I just immediately turn into a mob boss.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I don't know why.
But I was watching Tello the other day, and I was like, oh man, he's got some short hair, man. It's not short though. It's still like long compared to all of ours, but it's shorter.
What a beautiful movie. What a beautiful film.
Yeah, it's really a tragedy. No one ever saw it.
It really is a tragedy.
It really is. I think it never played because you asked me, "Hey, don't let this play."
No, did I really?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm gonna
maybe-
go back in time and slap myself.
Maybe Erwin said it because Erwin
No, I
had
think it was
some.
Erwin.
Erwin had some moments in that film.
Oh my gosh. Erwin.
You ever think about like I've thought about this so many times? Maybe just because I have like the mind of a filmmaker, but I think about a lot that like what if you could go back into like because there's so many video projects that we've all been a part of in our time at St. Joe. What if you could go back and like produce one of those into a full length film? Like that would be so fun. Like I would definitely probably take Tello and turn it into a full length film. That'd be really cool.
Oh my gosh. Hello is a full length film. I'm kind of here for it.
That'd be kind of. They're definitely. I mean, they've probably made like a mafia style adaptation of Othello, but yeah, there's a bunch of because I like whenever there was that option in projects, I would always say yes, and I would like look to my usual people in my class and be like, "We're making a film."
I remember 6 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes, dude! I forgot you were in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And you and David was in 6 minutes. Oh, that was so good, man.
That was a great.
It wasn't even 6 minutes long. It wasn't. It was like 3 minutes. This was like our parody of 60 Minutes, but it wasn't even sports or life or anything. I don't know.
For theology.
It was for theology with Miss McHugh. Man, Miss
McHugh. Why
Miss
did I
McHugh.
make a movie for Miss McHugh?
Because she made us, man. It was so weird. Like everyone else.
So she had to grade the bear thing too.
The bear.
Wait, what bear?
When the other group, I think at least one of the McGreevies was in it. I think Lacey was in that group, and they remade the one thing about the bear, where like this one dude was walking around, and then all of these kids were making fun of him. So he summoned a bear to like eat all of them. This is a story from like I don't know.
Is this a Bible story?
Like, I don't know if it's a Bible or if it's a saint story, but it's one of the two, and it's pretty insane. It's pretty hardcore.
I don't care what you say. 6 minutes was bomb, bro.
6 minutes left. All right, I'll give you that.
You know what was like I can just think of like the usual group that I would do projects like that with, and it was usually like Beans or sometimes Manny and like a few others. I don't know, Prokop, did I ever do a project with you? I can't
remember.
I'm sure it happened. It probably did, but I remember presenting those in class, and like ours would be just out of nowhere. Like compared to the other people that made it, other people would be like, okay, let's just get the minimum done. But then we made like a whole intro for 6 minutes.
Yeah, nobody else gave like nearly as much effort as
It was weird because we gave effort, but it ended up like making it not super good. It just made it unique.
Yeah.
Like it made it.
Yeah, so like it was very obvious that we were trying to make it look like a film.
Yeah. We tried
and
way
everyone
too
else
hard to
was
make
just
films.
throwing a camera somewhere and acting.
Yeah, like I remember like for the English project, there were some people that just stood in front of a green screen for 5 minutes with no cuts. There was no cuts. It was just reading off a script. Meanwhile, ours like Kyle was chasing Beans down the hall.
Oh yeah, we ran
I
into.
totally forgot. I totally forgot. We had Ben Komkrowski and Kyle Smith on that film too. That was
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that, man.
Literally, I forget everything except for murdering Erwin.
Yeah, you which took multiple takes.
It probably took more takes than anything I've ever done in my life.
You know, maybe we'll just link the movie to the people. We'll just let them.
Oh, we should.
Oh my God, yeah.
People need to know. Alright, forget about Grease Stain. Watch this movie.
Forget Grease Stain, man. Grease Stain sucked. Tello is the real movie of our generation, man.
Yeah.
And Tello would be so cool to. I've thought about like that, especially like with the first ever video project like I ever did. I don't even remember if any of you guys were in my theology group when we made the theology video, but like our group did Revelation. Do you guys remember that project though, where we had to make like some sort of video for Verhiley, I think, but it was.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
It was meant to be like a 5-minute project, and we ended up making like an 8-minute trailer. It was very all over the place, and it wasn't good at all.
Trailer, geez.
But I imagine what it would be like if I just had the resources and the time to make it a full-length film.
Yeah, I know. I always had film. What is it? Is it film? St. Joe Film Fest or what is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
St. Joe Film Fest.
All right, they're always the trailer ones, and I'm like, I want this to be a real movie now.
Yeah, no,
Please.
whenever people like on YouTube make fake trailers that are really good, but they're like, we're never making this into a movie, obviously. It's really sad to see those, because you're like, oh, but this could be real.
Yeah, you could have just made a really bad movie. Come on.
Yeah, instead of a really good trailer.
Yeah. Although one of those, they also had them pitching it to Mr. DePaul. I
Yeah.
remember, which was solid. I guess we wouldn't have gotten that with the movie.
I remember Mr. DePaul was talking about having to film something for a film festival. Like he was like a cameo in someone's film, and he basically had to film himself like yelling at a room full of students. But you didn't need all of the students; you just needed the shot of him yelling at them. So he was just in his classroom alone, filming himself yelling at nothing. And he said the janitor walked by and was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Also, I want to get this out there. For all of you guys making movies, I think that Mrs. Gurgley would be a fantastic actor. And y'all need to like try to get her to act. I think that that's a must-have. Like she
Really?
just, look at how she's just like attention grabbing and all bubbly. I think that she'd be great in front of the camera.
Yeah,
But
she
nobody ever like asks her to act. They always get Mr. Dillon, and Mr. Dillon's great too. But like, I don't know, it feels like I'm seeing the same people show up in these movies when there are a lot of different people who would be really cool in that.
Yeah, let's bring out Koo. Let's have Koo do some movies.
Oh, jeez.
Just make a movie with everyone. Like, why not?
That'd be great
Yeah,
to make a
that's
movie
true.
just with every teacher. But don't cast any students, but make all the teachers do it.
That'd be
Yeah,
a cool
students
project.
overrated. Teachers have the light.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah, I want to make a movie with Dyer in it now.
Oh,
Yes.
we gotta make Agent Dyer. That's a
Agent
concept.
Dyer?
I
Wait.
forget, and I feel really bad, but there was someone at football that we would always talk about this. We would always talk about Agent Dyer. Like, imagine if Dyer was a super agent or something, or like a secret agent that works for the government. And his catchphrase is like, "The situation is dire," and then he goes. Wouldn't that be awesome? Like,
Oh my god!
Mr. Dyer is teaching. He's teaching AP Gov, and he gets a call from he gets an anonymous call, and they're like, "Christian, it's Dyer," and then he sprints out the door.
Yeah, I can see
Finish
that.
the movie. Like, it's good right there.
No, yeah, that's it. That's the whole film. It's just him getting a call, He's like,
Yeah, we show like the bottom half of the other person's face. So we can't.
yeah, do that thing where, and he's looking at it, and he looks at his students like, I gotta go, and then I don't know, there's an explosion or something.
Dude, he would deliver that line so well.
He would, yeah, he'd be like, it's me, Dyer. Of all the teachers, who would be like a secret agent at St. Joe?
I don't know. I feel like Dyer wouldn't double cross us like that. I feel like he's too genuine.
I mean, maybe he's a secret agent because he's like trying to protect St. Joe. Maybe that's it.
Maybe.
I feel like Mr. Smith would have to be like.
Yeah.
Have you seen him at like basketball and stuff for like the?
Yeah, he's more than people give him credit for. Maybe it's
good at that stuff.
Maybe it's Mr. Smith, and then he's working with Mr. Dillon. Like Mr. Dillon is the brains, and he's like
and Mr. Smith isn't the brains.
I guess he's also the brains, but he can be the brawn as well because he's taller. I don't know.
No, it's Erdusi. Do you guys know the new German teacher? That man's a secret agent. That man is 100.
I don't know who that is. You think he's a secret agent?
Oh yeah. My sister was talking about how he's just like dancing for some reason in front of the class.
That's a secret agent thing to do.
Exactly.
I don't trust someone who dances.
I don't. Yeah. But professional dancers are still cool. But they're all secret agents. Why do you need that much coordination?
It all comes back. It's all coming back. It's coming back.
Full circle.
The dancers, that's so ignore the fact that I have a ballet vibe.
It's all just a cover up, but it backfired.
It's all a cover up.
The double agent was Scola. He was secretly a ballerina, but didn't want us to know it.
I can't imagine being a double agent. That would be. I would probably just like give up and be like, yeah, I'm the double agent. I don't feel like trying to hide.
Dude, I could pull it off. I'd be a great double agent.
You could definitely pull it off because people definitely don't believe it now. I feel like, or you would just be like sprinting into school, trying not to be late. Like, sorry, I was.
They'd be like, all right, turn in the double agent or else. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'm the double agent. They're like, yeah, nice one, Beans.
Nice one, Beans. But they don't believe you because they're like, Beans, stop trying to protect your friends.
Yeah.
I want to keep talking, but we are running out of time. Prokop, how has BeansTalk been?
It's been great. Like, it's everything I imagined it to be,
No, it's not.
I can't really say what I imagined it to be.
No one ever knows what they're coming into.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
It's truly a mystery whenever you come on, whether it's going to be civilized conversation or double agent dancers.
LA.
There's our title. Yeah, it's been fun having you on, Prokop. You definitely spoke more than we thought you would.
Hey, that's that's always a victory.
That's an accomplishment there. Yeah. Oh, also before we stop here, to the people at home and anyone listening, I do want to mention BeansTalk is starting something new from the amazing. Oh, it's not like anything crazy, but we want to thank Zach Smith for this idea because we came up with this. He came up with this idea, and we're talking about it a long time ago. But we're gonna start releasing short little clips that we call BeansTalk leftovers. And don't ask how we come up with the name. We don't know either, but we're just gonna start releasing clips that usually are from after episodes that we're recording because sometimes fun conversation happens after we record, and it's really, I don't know, sometimes they're episodes within themselves. So look out for the first one this week. Hopefully we have that up for y'all, and we'll start releasing some of those so you can get a little small listen to that in case you don't have time to listen to an hour. You can listen to about 10 minutes of BeansTalk leftover. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's hype.
So it's been a while, Beans. You want to take us out with with an outro? It's been a little bit.
I'd say that this episode was pretty nice. We all found out that Brandon Prokop has a voice. All right, let's take it out of here, boys.
Oh man, that was good.
Whoa.
Zach, take us out.